Hello everyone. I have my Serendipity Art Journal. It was made from a piece of underpaper, and I wanted to continue with the serendipity theme of this, so I decided I was going to add some collage and some paint splatters. So first I'm going to add collage. So I've got some medium bits and some small little details to add to this. And I really want this to be happy accident, serendipity. I don't want to plan. I don't want to put something and figure out where it's supposed to go. So I thought it would be the best way to do that would be to take a piece and drop it on and glue it wherever it falls. So I'm going to do that in this video. It might take me a while because I'm going to do the whole book. The rules are there's a certain side that I would like to glue. So I will, if it turns this way, I will turn it the other way. I think I want it on one page, so I will decide what side, it mostly sits on. And if it goes off the edge, I'm also going to pull it down. And I'm just going to try to put the pieces where they fall. See how well this turns out. I'm having some difficulty. I did some test runs. I'm having some difficulty with the tissue paper because it catches the wind and goes all over the place. So it ends up not going on the page. So that one ended up there, so I'm just going to put it down. And I'm not sure if I'm going to put one piece or 5 pieces. It showed up over here somewhere. So I'm just going to take some time and glue some little bits in. I need some color. Put this one a little tiny bit. And if it goes too far, I don't want it on that side. I want it on this side. There we go. So I should have paid attention to what side was up. I think it was this way. And then after I get, maybe I can do, oh, this is that tissue paper, and I don't want it on the crease. So we'll put it there. So my rules are I want that side up. I want the right side up, and I want it on the page. So if it's halfway off the page, I'll just slide it down so that it's on the page. I don't want it in the crease. Oh, that's another piece of tissue paper. Let me put something else on. I've already got, well, actually that just kind of landed there, so let me just glue it on. I don't want to think too much about this, and I forget how it went. I just really want it to be fun, happy accident. Let me put a little piece down. And this one's pretty light. It's a cupcake wrapper, so I'll put it over there. So I couldn't figure out how to do serendipity collage. Like, I don't want it to, I need something else over here. I didn't want to pick a bunch of stuff and then look at the page and decide where it should be. I didn't want that at all. And that was up here somewhere, right? So the only thing I could think of was to drop the bits onto the page. Maybe one more. Maybe one more. Something dark. All right. Just to drop the stuff and see what happens and let it be what it wants to be. Happy accidents all over the place. Oops, up a little bit. And then on the top of that, I will splatter paint. Let's see how that goes. I won't be able to do that on camera because with my little tests that I've been doing, I really need to be way over it. I think that's the way it went. Put a little piece right there. It's got a curl in it. So I really just wanted to have some fun with it. And kind of let it be what it wants to be. How fun is that? Oh, I just love that. Let me turn the page and do something else. All right, here, let me do these three. That one kind of didn't, oops, where'd it go? It went way off the table. All right, get it on there somewhere. Right there. All right, so let's put this on first. That's the wrong side. Might have to get some more glue. And that was over here. I want it on the page. And then this one way on the bottom. So, okay, put it that way. I like these diagonals that it's doing. And this is the wrong side. I want the stripes, so I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to need some more glue. And it was down here. That seems like enough. I don't want them too complicated. I'll just do this tissue. It's going to catch the wind. Just that way. That one managed to stay on there. If I don't do it too high, I suppose it'll hit the page some way. And it was kind of over here. I'm not going to worry too much about exact placement. Oops, but it needs to be on the page. Okay, it wants to be on that side. I think it was this way. I think it was that way. I wanted something over here. Let's put this ticket. There we go. Need to put it up on the page. This process doesn't really require too much talking, or doesn't let me do too much talking. Let me put something else over that because it looks funny. It really wants to be there, doesn't it? I kind of wanted my arrow to show. Just stick it on. Just stick it on. And a little bit down there. I'm hoping it'll turn out interesting. Get it on the page. Okay. Oh, this is a cool piece. I don't want it on the spine. Put it up there. I don't want to fold these pieces because it's going to make the book kind of bulky. So I just don't want to do that. All right. Ooh, that's a cool piece. It wants to be on the top. Let me put it there. Right side up. Something on this side. I'm trying not to get too color matchy. But I get going and it just kind of, I stop thinking, and when I just stop thinking, it kind of, I go color matchy, even when I try to stop myself. I think I want another little bit somewhere right there. Right side up. Trying to go as fast as possible. I think that's where it was. Oops, I didn't get glue on that little corner right there. I want to make sure everything is glued down really well, so when I splatter paint on the top, I don't have to worry about trying to glue it back down. It's kind of interesting. I almost feel like it needs one more bit, but I'm just going to go for it. All right. It goes down there somewhere. Was it up? I can't remember how it went. We'll just put it that way. It was down here somewhere. What's this one? Ooh, red. It gets you. Some of them just catch. I'll put it up there somewhere. Catch the wind and just go someplace else. Here's another piece of tissue paper. And that's the right side. I'm going to have to go get some more glue. So that's good. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to pause it for a second and get some more glue. Okay, I'm really liking the randomness of this. I haven't really looked at it. That's good enough for that. Got some of these pieces. That's way too long. Those might be fun to put together. Let me Well, I guess I can just put them all together and figure out where they go. And they want to go in the ditch. They all want to go on top of each other, which wasn't really that much fun. All right, so we'll just, it's kind of boring with all of those. I changed my mind. I don't want all of that. I will put that one on there. Don't want all of that. That one there. Too matchy-matchy. Tissue paper. There we go. Side is the right side. Doesn't really matter. Tissue paper just kind of disappears. When you put some glue on it. That's an interesting piece. Put it over there. And I don't want it going off the edge, so I will kind of smudge it over so it's on the page. A little bit. Ooh, this is a piece of playing card. It's the back. I like to take apart playing cards front and back. I think it was up here like this. And it makes it thinner, easier to glue down. And it wants to be on that side. I don't want to put too much on the pages. That good and glued on. Too far up. Give me an idea of where it wants to go. This is tissue paper, and it went under the table. I found another piece that went under the table. All right. Put it over here. I think it was over here somewhere. I did that so fast. I need to slow down just a little bit and have some fun with this. I did it so fast I didn't even see where it really went. All right. Another piece of tissue paper. Okay, it wants to be down here somewhere. What's the good side and what's the bad side? Doesn't really matter. Oh, it kind of went over there. Here's a long piece. A very long piece. It was kind of there. All right, we're going to say that's done. just catches the wind and goes everywhere. I do it too close to the page. There we go. It wants to be that way. We'll bring it down so it's on the page. It was this way, right? Probably twisting these babies around a little bit too much. A little piece. Something over here. Ooh, here's some color. Sideways that way. And we'll do a little dark piece. Oops. I think it was this way. Probably kind of messing it up just a little bit. Oh well, not too concerned. I need a big piece. Here's a big piece of foil. The page a little bit. Get a lot of glue on that. I think it was over here. Really burnish that down. I've done foil before. If I really get it down, it lasts a long time. Here's a thing I did squares out of. Come on, mostly on the page. There it goes. I have to do this carefully so I don't rip it. I like the randomness of this. I think it was up here. The serendipity bit of collage. It's kind of cool. A little bit of, oh, there's a piece of music. Get it on the page. Over here. Glue on my fingers. And we'll put that over there. And put this over here somewhere. Mostly off the page. All right. And we're halfway there. Actually, this one is pretty much got a lot of stuff on it, so I can just put a little bit. I think it was here. I think it was there. And that one wrinkled quite a bit. It was here somewhere. And I don't want that in the center. So what side is it going to be on? It's going to be on this side. And it wants to be flat, kind of this way. Okay. Tissue paper. Put it over there somewhere. Taking up too much time trying to get it to sit on the page. That's a cool piece. Up on the top. And the splatters will be really random too. Feels like this one needs just a little bit more, some text here. Side do we want? We'll put that there. Kind of hit the page. Right about there. Do we want more on that one? I guess we'll just leave it. We need a little bit more glue right there. Alrighty. That's a weird green. Not sure I like that. After seeing it in the light, I don't want that on the crease. I'll just stick it on that side. Trying not to make the video too long, but I want you to see the whole process too. Make sure there's glue underneath there. That's kind of a cool piece. It wants to go in that corner. I need something over here. And that goes sideways. Not in the crease. And we probably need some more of these little bits. Like that. Is that? A little bit of glue there. All right. That looks like a big piece. Goes on that side. curled up. I'm not getting enough glue. I need to slow down just a little bit so I can get glue on everything. And not my fingers. Okay, I'm running out of larger pieces. I didn't think that was going to happen. Here's a stripy bit. It wants to be over there. And it wants to be sideways. Actually, let's do the tissue paper. Not sure which side has the ink on it. Paint. Where'd it go? It went this way, right? You can kind of see the stripes between there. And everything wants to go in the same spot. Okay. This is so obnoxious. Do I really? It really is an obnoxious color. Don't think I can deal with it. I thought that I could. I looked at it in not so bright of light. Where did that go? Can't remember where it fell. Put it over here. Okay, it was right there. And a little bit of scrapbook paper. And let's do another little bit. That'll be fun. Not right directly on top. Okay, we're just going to leave that. Another long strip goes there. I thought I was going to have way too much of the big stuff, but there's hardly any left. Let me do this little piece of tissue paper. this side, the big piece. Trick to glue tissue paper is go from the center out to the edges. And I think it was something like that. So I can get the whole thing on the page. And we'll put that one on there. It's too long to go wide side by side, so I'll just kind of flip it so it fits. Flip it so it fits. I think this one needs one more. Over there. I think it was about there. Let's just let it fall and let it do its thing here, huh? Fingers are getting gluey. I think it's mostly on that side. So we'll do that. Trying not to be too exact with everything. That's kind of cool. That looks like it's probably enough. Maybe one more. One more. Down on the bottom. I hope this isn't too boring. And I hope it's not taking too much time. I'm not going to look at my clock to see how much time I've wasted. Put it up there. It takes a long time to be completely random. Right side up. Seems like it needs something over there, but I'm just going to let that be what it wants to be. Put it on this side. kind of fell that way. Fell kind of that way. I wanted to drop it from a distance so I didn't feel like I was trying to make it go in certain places, but the higher I go, it doesn't end up on the page at all, so wants to go there. So we're just going to have to wing it a little bit. It needs more glue. Make a triangle over here. That's a happy accident. What else do I have in here? And a piece of tissue paper. Okay, it's a big piece. It wants to be over here, but it's too long for that, so I'll kind of kitty corner it a little bit so the whole thing fits. Wants to go in the same exact spot. And this is a long one. Let me rip that off just a little bit. It wants to go over here somewhere, so I'm just going to let it. But I want the whole thing on there, so I have to do something like that. Okay. It's kind of, oh, I've got one more page. Let me put this one here somewhere. And then I don't want to use the same stuff. These are little bits. I'll put that one on there. And that one over there somewhere. And some little bits on top. I like the little bits. What else do we have in there? Made sure I had plenty of tiny little bits, because I like the way they look. Everything's going in the same spot. We'll stick it on the side. All right, we're going to leave that. All right. Is there any other little bits that I really like to use? Kind of. That would be cool. That one's interesting. That one's interesting. Let's just put them down. I want it to go over there somewhere, but it went over here, so I guess that's where it wants to be. That one I like, really simple. I'm just going to skip that one. That one's pretty simple too. And that one's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Let me put one of these tiny little bits on. Come on. Hit the page. It went right there. Over there. I think it went over here somewhere. Oh, I'm going to have to dry the pages. All right, I'm going to stop, and I'm going to show you how I am going to do the splattering. I would like to splatter randomly, which means I'm going to put it on the floor, the book on the floor, and stand up on top of it and splatter, so that it really splats, the color really splats. And I am going to use watercolor and acrylic paint and inks. I need to make sure that they're pretty runny. I think sometimes, get that out of the way, I might drip like that, but that's really thick, so I might add some water, let it drip, that kind of thing. Here's some watercolor that's with some water already. And I've got this dropper, so I can drop the color. I don't really want it to go in the crease. But I want it to dry naturally, and that's what's going to take a lot of time. I want to do the splattering, and then I want to use all kinds of different colors, and then I just want it to dry. I think it might be better if I use a clip to keep the pages flat-ish. And I just want it to dry naturally. So that's what's going to take a whole lot of time, to let it just dry and be what it wants to be. And I'm going to do it from way up high, so it really splats and really is really random, and I'm not really judging. So everything will go on top. And the pages, as they are turned, you know, and I add maybe a little bit of watercolor or whatever, some of the inks are going to bleed out a little bit. Some of the colors are going to morph a little bit and react when I do the back sides of them, which is exactly what I want, because I do want the happy accident, all the happy accidents to just happen. So I will come back when everything is splattered and dried, and I will show you what it all looks like. I hope this looks fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I hope it looks like I'm having a bit of fun with it too. Until next time, thanks for watching.